Is everyone here really making under 50K for full-time work? Coming off the post yesterday asking if everyone really makes over 115K, I have so many questions. Post after post of people saying they make 32, 35, 38, 41K, often that they have for years. What professions are these? I get that I have always lived in high cost of living areas. But I am curious to see what roles people have that pay this. Very few posters with these low wages actually posted what they do. Service or part-time work would make sense, but the stats don't add up if it's full-time. Non-service work. According to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, BLS, the median wage for workers in the United States in the second quarter of 2022 was about $1,041 per week or $54,132 per year. Assuming 52 weeks of work per year, wages were 5.2% higher than a year earlier. What's considered a good salary in one job or metro area may not be in another. For example, workers in professional, management, and related occupations earned the highest pay. In these jobs, men earned a median annual salary of $90,636, while women earned a median annual salary of $65,780. However, in service occupations, men earned a median annual salary of $40,196, while women earned a median annual salary of $34,112.30. Salaries also varied by age. For example, men aged 35 to 44 had the highest median annual salary, $69,264. Women earned the highest annual wages between the ages of 45 and 54, $54,652. Several posters said they had a college degree, many even say they have masters, PhDs, etc., and yes, say they are making 48K. Saw a few in the 60s. Median income for degree holders is much higher. The BLS data reveals that completing more education pays off. At least statistically. Workers aged 25 and over without a high school degree had median annual earnings of $35,828 in the second quarter of 2022 compared to $43,576 for high school graduates without a college degree. College graduates with at least a bachelor's degree earned a median salary of $80,444 annually. https www.thebalancemoney.com/average salary information forest workers 2060808. https www.forbes.com/advisor/student loans/average salary college graduates/ https://www.bls.gov/careeroutlook/2022/data1display/educationpays.htm. Are people really working full-time jobs with a degree and earning these small salaries? It seems a majority of posters outright reject that people make over 100K, when those over 100K are feeling the exact opposite. I work full-time and make roughly $29,000 annually before taxes. I live in Tennessee. The average annual salary here is $50,000 before taxes. I don't live in a large city, but my salary doesn't even meet the local cost of living, either. Edited to include updated salary information. Edit 2. Many of y'all have been asking what I do for a living. I am a contractor. I work for a privately owned industrial business. And yes, I get a W-2 every year. My partner just has her master's in therapy and social work and makes less than 40K a year. Veterinary medicine here. Vet tech. $35,000 per year. Veterinarians can make like double that if they're just starting in my state. Just an entire field. Utterly disregarded and underpaid for no reason. Edit. Forgot to mention I have a Bachelor's of Science in Environmental Science. People always think their personal experience applies to everyone. So if they are doing well, everyone is, unless they are lazy, is the thought process. The same sort of thinking if you are not doing well and someone says they are. They must be from money. Or it is favoritism or such. The reality is that capitalists need some people to earn more and some to earn less for the system to keep working. They also need to keep us all divided and fighting each other, rather than realizing who is responsible for all the problems. If median wage is $52,000, then literally half the country makes equal to or less than that. I agree we should have fewer waiters and retail people, and more teachers and engineers. But getting that done would require free college, and our country hates progress. Aircraft mechanic here. Currently in QA at a repair station, which carries pretty good resume lines and qualifications. Currently $40.50 per hour. With overtime whenever I want. Compared to national averages, I'm a bit underpaid currently. But it's not enough to warrant changing and moving somewhere. I've made the most I've ever made as an adult this year. I'll probably hit about $8,085 pre-tax. I'm 37, and started my current career at 30. My 20s were spent mostly under the federal poverty line. I live fairly comfortably, and can spend on small frivolous stuff if I want. Still can't afford a house though. And my career requires at least a travel radius to major airports for a commute. I will never allow my situation to stop me from advocating for the lesser fortunate though. Ever. $85K isn't exactly financially free. And every double or triple that, I'd be much closer to homelessness than independence. I constantly advocate for my coworkers. And I openly talk about my pay to those who ask. I don't brag or offer unsolicited. But the more knowledge we share between us, the more power the workers have. I will forever be an anti-work proletariat, and will forever vouch for the cause. I make $77K, but it took me until I was near 40 to touch $50K. I have a BA and 2 masters. I live in one of the most expensive parts of one of the most expensive states. Teachers here need a BA and credential, and most have master's degrees. After taxes they start at about $40,000. AVG rent is $3,200 per month, and AVG house sale is over $1 million. Just for context. Restaurant workers, grocery store, construction, retail, labor, firefighters, teachers, people in the medical world, service industry, lawn workers, tons of people you probably see every day who are making the world go around are making less than $50,000 a year, unless you live in some sort of super affluent bubble world. The other thing that blew my mind is people saying, I left this job for this job and now I make double my salary. And their salary was something like $7.50, and then it jumps up to $15, which should be the minimum at best. A lot of jobs don't even allow for fort work. Places will consider 3,235 hours with 35 pushing it because they don't want to end up paying overtime or benefits. I don't think people realize how many places do this, and even then they probably wouldn't be that much better off considering wages are so low. I am a veterinary technician. I do everything that a human radiologist, phlebotomist, nurse, anesthetist, surgical assistant, and more would do, except for your pets. In most states, my position requires a 4-year degree, sitting for a state board exam, and fulfilling continuous licensing requirements just like a human RN. Median income for my job is $38,240. 90th percentile barely cracks $50,000 annual. Most people I know in the field don't make over $20 per hour. Go to our VetTech and look at how many in the field can't even pay their bills while taking care of designer pets that cost more than our cars. I'm a contractor working alongside Gov employees doing the exact same job that they do. I just found out that they're making about $40K more than me in the same position because the contractor gets any savings they make from cutting employee wages. So that extra $450K is going directly to the company, all because they're underpaying me. Most I've made is $32K in a year. I make $39K and it is my 14th year as an educator. Living in NJ as an entry-level IT person with only one certification, A+. I am making a little over $50,000 a year. Plan is to get more certifications that my job pays for, and then move on to a different company in a few years' time. My job is only 15 minutes from my house and I got a cheap moped to save money on gas and put less miles on my car. I am loving the position I am in and got very lucky with having a great group of people I work with, along with my boss being one of the kindest people I have ever met. Bachelor of Science in Digital Media. Graduated in 2006. Graphic designer. $13 per hour. Husband is a programmer and makes $18 per hour. Yes, we could be making more, but my husband and I work for a small business. Can ride our bikes to work. Have a pretty flexible schedule if we need to take a day off. And my boss lets us work from home if we need to. We started having Fridays off for a while before the Thanksgiving-Christmas rush happened. A few more weeks and we'll probably go back to a 4-day week. A friend of mine I graduated with works for about $20 per hour and has to drive about an hour to and from work every day. I figure I save the difference in gas and road rage working a mile from home. Also, we aren't having kids for financial, but mostly mental reasons. Edit. Guys. Yes, we're both aware we could make more in the corporate world. I don't think many of you realize the average annual salary here is $32,000 before taxes. We're not struggling to pay bills or save. We own a house. We just bought a new car. It's not about the money for us. I'd rather rip out my eyes than work in retail, food service again. The stats don't add up. Guy has never heard of poverty, it seems. I'm pulling $76K with a GED as an office administrator. Low cost of living area. But I started at the bottom at $7.25 per hour and stayed in the same industry for 15 years. I worked hard for this salary and I take pride in knowing I used to bring home $300 a week. Elementary school teacher in CA, $48K.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Aircast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.